This is KTVO's Good Morning Heartland.
And welcome back. The Gothic House in Eldon has several exhibits you can check out, and they're about to set a new one. Tess Hedrick is giving us a sneak peek. Good morning, Tess.
Good morning. You might be wondering why I'm holding this pitchfork and wearing this dress. Well, this morning we traveled to Eldon, Iowa to the American Gothic House, and I'm with Administrator Holly Berg. Holly, how are you doing this morning?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing great. Now, what can people find when they come down here to the American Gothic House?
Well, a lot of people in the area know that the iconic American Gothic House is here in Eldon, but there's still people around that don't know that this museum was built 6 years ago. And so now, instead of just driving past and seeing a house, you can come in. We have exhibits, we have educational films, both for kids and adults, and costumes that you can put on to take your picture in front of the American Gothic House. And we do educational programming all year round, so there's always something to do and see here.
Awesome. So are your summer months kind of like the busy months?
Yes, we're definitely getting into the busy season now. Last year we had over 15,000 visitors through the museum. And even this spring we've been having visitors from Kyrgyzstan, Italy, Germany, Russia, China, Sweden. We've had several groups from Sweden lately, so it's been a busy spring even.
From all over the world coming to Iowa.
Yes, definitely. And, you know, a lot of them, people think that maybe they're just coming here because it's on the way to something else, but a lot of the visitors coming are here because they want to see the American Gothic House.
So do a lot of people dress up in the outfits and go outside and take the iconic picture?
Yeah, definitely. I'd say probably at least half of the visitors that come get their picture taken. And a few weeks ago we had visitors from Oklahoma and it was a thunderstorm, but I was still out taking their pictures, holding metal pitchforks, iPads in hand, thinking this is stupid, but didn't know when they'd be back again, so we had to make it happen. So we pretty much take pictures rain or shine.
I love it. And there's a new exhibit, and it is called?
The new exhibit is called Parodies of a Portrait, an American Icon's Place in Pop Culture.
All right, so when we get back, we're going to take a little sneak peek into the exhibit, and we will be right back.
And as you know, Tess Hedrick is hanging out at the Gothic House this morning, and she's giving us a sneak peek on their new summer exhibit. Good morning, Tess.
All right, welcome back. Again, we're here at the American Gothic House in Eldon. Yes, I did an outfit change, and yes, I am in men's clothing, and you too can be in this clothing when you come down to American Gothic House. And now we are at the new exhibit, Parodies of a Portrait, opens tomorrow. Tell me a little bit about this exhibit.
So we wanted to talk about American Gothic parodies in a context of how they've been used in popular culture. You know, how they relate to different historical changes or maybe cultural changes in politics through celebrities, that type of thing.
Right, you see this picture everywhere.
Yes, yeah. Probably not a week goes by that somebody who's been a visitor here sends us another parody in the mail. We just got one for a happy hour in Seattle, Washington.
Why not?
They look like hipsters. It's a pretty good time.
I would go to that happy hour. So tell me a little bit about the pictures over here.
So the exhibit starts out kind of talking about the first parodies of American Gothic, and the first parody was done in 1942. It was Gordon Parks, a photographer who worked for the Farm Service Administration, and he did of this woman here, and it was kind of his way of talking about American Gothic and how not all Americans were equal, and kind of use that pose that everyone knows, and put the American flag in the background. And that picture was done in 1942, so just 12 years after American Gothic was made, it was already so iconic that it could be used in such a context. And so I think it's really interesting to start with that.
Okay.
And then other early parodies were the Beverly Hillbillies, Green Acres, and we don't have it installed yet, but there will be a 1960s Kellogg's Cornflakes commercial.
That is awesome.
As well. So I love those early parodies, and they're so kitschy or so folksy.
Right. So, I love it. All right, let's move on to the second part over here.
So we're working on installing everything right now, so it's little improvements to be made. But the second part is all about cultural changes and how American Gothic's been used to show different societal norms and how those maybe have changed throughout the times. So we have plastic surgery as one of, I think, my favorite.
I really like that one. That's pretty funny.
There's one about how diversity changes and how that's changing the economy, divorce, obesity, and working women,
Right.
and how that changed in the 80s.
Really, it's such an iconic picture. I feel like anyone and everyone, they see that and they know automatically, you know, American Gothic house.
Yeah, definitely. There's a lot of people who come in, and maybe kids haven't seen the original, but they've seen it on SpongeBob or something like that.
All right, so if you guys want to come out and see the rest of the exhibits, come on out to Eldon for the American Gothic house. Thank you so much for being here this morning. And Ella, we're going to send it back to you.